Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Dual Screens Crossplay Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Stephen Fontana, and with me, as always, are two gentle fishes from the Dual Screens family. One is Andy Asimakis. How are you, Andy?
Gentle fishes?
Mm-hmm. I've told you that story before, that it's just stuck in my head forever because at my 5th birthday party.
Yeah, I don't want to get into it. It's a good story, though.
It was just a dumb magician that called the kids ladies and gentle fish. And it just stuck in my head forever.
See, that could have been, Patreon shit right there, but now you just ruined it.
That was 29 years ago.
I would pay for that story.
That was 29 years ago, and yet it's still in this brain.
The things that stay in your head. Isn't it crazy? Of all the weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
Gentle fishes.
Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentle fish.
Whatever it is, whatever floats your boat.
Mm-hmm. And our friend over there. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say the only thing I remember from being 4 was I had a dream that Britney Spears was my girlfriend. That's all.
Britney Spears wasn't famous when I was 4.
Oh my God.
And that other voice is Taylor Allen. How are you, Taylor?
So childhood trauma.
Let's get into it. Let's rip open the Band-Aids. Britney Spears was his girlfriend. Trauma much? Yes.
Yep.
Yes, indeed. Folks, this is the Dual Screens Crossplay Podcast, the internet's #1 gaming news podcast starring people you've never heard of. Probably. The show posts each and every Tuesday for your listening pleasure on your podcast service of choice, including our home, Podbean. You can also find it on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Apple Podcasting. And ladies and gentlemen, Apple Podcasts. Let's get some reviews going right now. Open up your iPhone or your iPod or your iPad or your desktop computer that happens to be a Macintosh computer or your personal computing device and go to the Apple podcast page. Find our little thing there. It's Dual Screens Podcasts. I'll wait. Okay, you pulled it up. Great. Now I know you're listening, so you're already subscribed. Now I want you to go to that reviews part. Reviews part. You're going to hit the 5 stars. Bink! Just like that. 5 stars. And you're going to type a little review. And you're going to say how wonderful we are. Because when you do that, more people can see the show. And therefore, more people could hear the show. Because this is a show that we love to do. But before we get into this show, how about we tell you about our other show? Because we have been recording some kick-ass content over here on Dual Screens Podcast. Andy, tell everybody about the last week's Dual Screens Podcast.
Oh my God, you guys. The game you thought you didn't need, but it exists, and you wanted it right now. Mm-hmm. Boyfriend Dungeon. Yep. That was a really fun interview we did last week.
It was a great interview.
Yes.
It was a great interview.
It was a wild interview.
I was very jealous. Very jealous that I was not a part of this interview. And I want to say, there are some things that you, Andy Asimakis, as a gay man, get away with doing in that interview that I, as a straight man, would have never gotten away with. There would be, our Twitter would have been filled with 1 or 2 evil messages about wishing me harm.
I gotta flex that muscle as hard as I can when I can, to the best of my ability.
Sure.
And if it results in hilarity and some awkwardness, that's what I'm here for. Wait till next week's. Wait till actually this week's show.
Oh boy.
Oh,
That's a wild one. That's a wild one.
Did you already record that one?
Yeah, it's in Google Drive.
Oh my God, I can't wait to watch this. And just let me know now. Do I have to censor anything?
You have to do some adjusting in the beginning. That's purely to make it look better because it's gonna go like in some high-ranking executive team to look at and share with the whole thing. So this is like white gloves. This interview.
Okay. Do you want to tell people? Do you want to tell the viewers, listeners, what we recorded this week for the future, for after? Our love episodes. We have a special episode already in the can that we are very excited about. Do you want to tell people about that one?
Yes, that was with Yacht Club Games. We spoke about Cyber Shadow.
Yes, and Shovel Knight.
Yes, and Shovel Knight.
Yes,
the lovely Celia Schilling. She was a gem of a human being.
It was a great episode, and I got to be honest, I was so happy to be back on the show, but also at the same time completely devastated because there is a good possibility that Andy doing his love episodes this whole month, essentially by himself, because he keeps booking these things while I'm at work. No, but people are going to come back and say, who the hell is this kid? And referring to me, and I've been doing the show. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Listen, the next 2 aren't scheduled yet. And they're
Steve,
it's definitely in your time frame.
you just have to do it like me, where you appear on one episode and then never come back. Leave people thirsting for more.
I get it.
Give
I like
them
it.
not enough instead of too much.
Maybe that's why we're not getting any reviews on iTunes or Apple Podcasts
Right.
or whatever the fuck they're changing it to this year.
Sure.
Speaking of changing, our Patreon changed, and it's really, really fucking good now. Like, really good. I feel like it's the best it's ever been. And you could support us by going to patreon.com/NDS podcast, just like our Patreon producers, Colton, The Apprentice Nestler, and FNH Paul. We cannot continue to grow without all of your support. So, seriously, even $1 gets you just a litany of things. $1, $3, $5, $10, and then, of course, our Patreon producer tier at $50. I have 2 boxes ready to go. They are ready to ship. This one is Colton the Apprentice Nestler's box, which Andy keeps saying, I'll send you a label and then doesn't.
You
But
have
it's
his
here.
label, you asshat.
No, I don't have this one. Oh, wait, yes, I do. I don't have Paul's. You're right. I don't have Paul's label because I can't get it to fucking print for some reason. But, yes. You're going to get your boxes. I'm going to put them. Then it seems like every time we're like, yes, we're going to do this, something happens. Like, now it's snow and they won't pick up. They keep dropping off mail for like 10 blocks away from me for some reason. Like the mailman just can't get his shit together. I don't know, but it's interesting. Anyway, let's get into the show, ladies and gentlemen. It is time now for everybody's favorite t-shirt that I'm wearing. The Adventures in Gaming. Andy, what have you been playing?
I've been playing both old and newer shit this week.
All right.
So old shit first. The Deception series. Do you guys know of this franchise? It was
Yes.
big on PlayStation 1. It's all about setting traps and murdering people.
I do.
No.
Amazing
not.
franchise.
Do you know what I know about it?
Tell me. I want to know.
I know that I have given away several copies of the game in my streams. That's
For
what
real? Well,
Okay.
PS4?
No, on Steam.
Oh, okay. I had no idea it was on Steam.
Yeah, at least one of them is
Fascinating.
Deception something. I
Fascinating.
don't know which one it was.
It
but
would
yes.
have to be 4 because 4 was the last one that came out. Like I think, I'm not sure when. PS4.
Either way.
Many moons ago. Anyway, so great franchise. You set up traps and you like basically try to chain them together to like form a combo to get more money to build more devastating traps. It's all amazing. It's all fun. That's like PS1 goodness right there. But my newer shit
Ooh,
that I am obsessed with,
give it to me.
that's Immortals Phoenix Rising.
Oh, you like it?
Oh, Andy.
my god, you guys!
I want to start it like very soon.
You guys, it is so fucking good.
I love that game. Yes.
So I was like thinking of the whole time Taylor while I was playing because he gushed about it episodes ago, and I
Mhm.
was like, I should have listened sooner because it is really good.
It's really fucking good, right?
It's like Breath of the Wild but with heart and charm and soul.
Good game design.
And
Yeah,
I feel
and
like
fun puzzles and really witty writing and all this
Character.
awesome stuff.
there was a puzzle I want to point out very specifically before I move on from this. It's like you have to light these bonfires with your flaming arrow.
Mhm.
So there's like 9 torches on the floor. It's like, okay, which one do I light? So you light up one, and then one goes off. Like, okay, that's weird. And you light another one, and one goes off, and then you fail. I'm like, what am I doing wrong here?
Oh boy.
You're playing tic-tac-toe
You idiot.
with the fucking game. And I was like, that is so fucking
Nice.
good. I love it. So
Yeah,
yes,
that was
amazing game. I think I'm like 40 hours deep. I'm like,
Really?
saved
Wow, you played that much?
I've saved 2 gods so far.
Wow.
Highly recommended.
Yeah, I cannot
Yeah,
wait
yeah.
to get
Highly.
into that. I have to beat 2 more of the Beat the Damn Game challenge games, and then I will start a new game. That's my rule. I have to beat 4. It's 4-1. I think that's fair. Taylor, what have you been playing?
Really quickly on Immortals. The last area in that game is fucking awesome, Andy. You're gonna freak your
Did you beat that game,
little
Perger?
cute ass out. Oh
I
yeah.
can't wait.
Oh yeah, bro.
Really? I didn't know you beat it. I thought
really
you stopped
can't
Yeah,
playing it.
I played like 65 hours of that game.
Nice.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's very fun.
I'm doing all like side shit right now. Any like ambrosia, speckle I see, or chest,
Mhm.
or
Yep.
dungeon. I'm like, yeah, fuck the story, fuck saving the world. I got to get like my health
Totally.
to go up. Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't
what
it
have I been
nice to be
playing?
in a cool open world like that actually
It
has
is.
things to do?
It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Like a lot of things to do.
Yeah.
Confirmed. Steve hates Breath of the Wild. All right.
Correct.
What an idea.
Stuff I've been playing. I've just been playing a bunch of Mishmasher stuff, so that I have things to talk about because I still play a lot of Path of Exile.
Mm.
Yeah, you do.
So I've been playing some Monster Hunter World. Playing that for the first time on PC. I played that a bunch when it first came out, but never played Iceborne at all. So I grabbed that and Iceborne off of a key site for like a third of its regular price. And I was
Nice.
super stoked about that. So I've been playing that a little bit. They have totally streamlined the beginning of that game. The beginning section that's normally like 9 quests, they shrunk down to like 3, which is really nice.
I don't remember any of that. Like I don't remember. Like Andy, you and I played probably 15 hours together of that game. Like 15, 20 hours.
We did, and a
And I
lot
feel
like
like we did
Taylor,
nothing.
I dived back in recently too. I did the Geralt quest
Oh, cool.
line,
Oh, nice. Nice.
and just like, what the fuck are the controls in this game again? What does what? How do I do items? How do I not die? How do I do a combo? How do I grab things? How do I mount? How do I capture a monster? Like, I knew what things looked like terms seemed semi-familiar. Like, oh, that's a potion. That's a max potion. I gotta cook before I go on an expedition. It was like, it all came back. It was a lot to take in at one time. But I'm glad I dived back in because that game is, on PS5 especially now, it looks gorgeous.
Nice.
Gorgeous.
What else you
Yeah.
playing, Perger?
Yes, tell us.
I also played a sconce, just a little,
Just a
little
skosh.
tiny bit,
A
a
skosh.
little bit
A hair.
of the Division 2. Again, first time on PC, played that a bunch on PS4. They like gave that game out. I think it was $3 at one point. And so I finally decided to jump in on PC very, very early on. So not a lot of impressions there, but I've just been craving like loot games lately.
Oh no, you
so-
don't say.
Yeah. Believe it or not, been digging the looter shooters.
Did this all
does.
start
He
with
does
Destiny
l-
this year?
Love those numbers going up,
No.
don't you?
No, I've always loved those.
No, I mean
like
I
that.
mean for this year, like this year's
Oh, this
thirst
run
for-
of loot
yeah.
game.
yeah.
Yeah, probably.
There,
can't
I
think
feel
of
like
what I was
I feel like
playing
there
before
there
that.
was something that got you to want to play Destiny again.
Yeah,
What was that game?
I can't remember what it was.
It wasn't GTFO.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It might have been Cold War because I feel like it was when you were leveling up your battle pass in Cold War and just unlocking stuff for your guns.
No,
I
because
think-
Cold War came out after I started my Destiny binge.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
All right.
It might have just been like coming down off of my Tarkov bender that I did. That could be it.
That's true. Yeah, Tarkov, yeah. What else you got?
Game's cool, by the way. But the other thing, which is very out of character for me, I played Temtem, and I adore this fucking game.
Ooh.
It's so cute and
Mhm.
so hard,
Mhm.
and I just love it so much.
Yeah.
It's like the coolest Pokemon game ever. And I
It's
feel like I'm super late to it, and everyone already knows that.
No,
No,
better
no.
late than
Fucking, I
never.
love it.
A game is so good.
Taylor, the game isn't out
Yeah.
yet.
Right, it's true.
It's
Yeah,
still
but,
anything,
like,
if
everyone
anything, you're
loves it
early.
already.
You're early.
If anything, you're early, my friend. You are
Yeah.
early, and then who
Yeah.
knows what's going to happen when the game actually is finished. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You never know. You never know.
But that game is like surprisingly difficult.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize how hard it was
it's
going to be.
it's Pokemon for the people who grew up playing Pokemon and are tired of Pokemon
Yeah.
being baby games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's who it's for.
But
For those of you who
it's
don't know
fantastic.
what Temtem is, it's a Pokemon MMO. I don't know if Taylor told you that, but it's really what it is. You literally,
Yeah.
there are hundreds of people running around in the game. You could team up with them, fight each other, farm Pokemon together, or Temtem together, but essentially Pokemon. And the Temtem have really cool designs. I actually have some stickers for
Mhm.
backing it on Kickstarter, which I'm going to send to Robo Desert.
They also have like really cool animations for the attacks. Like
Mhm.
some of the like really powerful attacks just have awesome animations and stuff. The game is beautiful.
Yeah.
Just
Really cool
absolute
art
blast.
design. We tried to get them on the show
Yeah.
for a long time now, and they're just too big for us, I guess.
Maybe this
Yeah.
year. You never know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Guys,
Maybe.
I dove back into Days Gone as part of my finish the damn
Ooh.
game challenge.
There you go.
Mhm.
I really like this game. Like I jumped back in and I'm playing for the first time on PS5 now. Yes, I'm picking up right in the middle of everything, but everything felt very familiar, which is weird because usually those open world games you're completely lost. But no, I jumped right in and it was like, here are the 2 missions that you were doing. Click it on the map, go and do it, and like remembering the mechanics of the motorcycle and stuff like that. I also play that game on easy. Because I gotta be honest, even that game on normal is fucking hard. Like those hordes are no joke. So I was playing it on easy to get through it and everything like that, and I'm really enjoying it. I can't wait to start it up again. Gonna do that tomorrow on twitch.tv/batchild. We're gonna get back into that. Also, Miss Envy got me into Plunder, the Warzone mode, and I think it
This
might be my
fucking
favorite.
game mode, bro.
I think it might be my favorite Warzone game mode. Like,
You
or
think?
I think so. And there's, so for those of you who don't know what Plunder is, it's a race to get $1 million in the game. Like your respawns are essentially infinite until a certain point, but you lose money when you die. But the object is to gain as much cash as possible, and then very much like Metal Gear Solid 5, you got to put it in a balloon, and the balloon takes it away, and then you're depositing the cash. And when you get to $1 million, then it goes into overtime, and whoever has the most cash by the end of the round wins and whatever. But you get a shit ton of experience points to level up weapons and battle pass and like all that stuff, like a crap ton. And the games are much shorter than regular Warzone. They're like maybe 15 minutes as opposed to 40, which a Warzone game could go if you're getting top 5. And I've just been really enjoying it, and it's a really fun game mode. And if you're not really into battle royales, but you like Call of Duty, that could be a really soft way of getting into it. And then also there's that other mode too, Taylor, that we were playing a couple of days ago.
Yeah, Rebirth Island.
Rebirth Island is basically a tiny battle royale with respawning, and until a certain point,
it's wild.
It's crazy, but it's still it's a lot of fun. What were you gonna say, Taylor?
Oh, I was just gonna say, it feels like a good blend between multiplayer and battle
That's
royale.
exactly
Like,
how it feels. Yeah.
You're coming back frequently. You don't have to worry about your teammates buying you back. They just have to like survive long enough for you to jump back in.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's a really cool mode. And today, in preparation for this show, I played Destruction All Stars.
Oh, what are your thoughts on that? I played a little bit of that when it launched, but I didn't get too deep into it.
My initial thoughts are they made the right choice putting this on Plus.
Yes,
correct.
correct.
I think that if this was a full valued game, it would be like, okay, you need to show us support. You need to show us what you're going to do for this game going forward. I wouldn't be shocked if this was just a free-to-play game eventually, even after the Plus thing ends, or just like a constant Plus game that you get, like in the Instant Collection or something like that. It's pretty fun. Like, I had a lot of fun playing it. I got in after they had to change the in-game voice stuff, because apparently it was just people throwing the N-word around by default. So it's muted. I didn't deal with that. I played through 2 exhibitions against the computer. Then I played 2 online matches, and then I started the adventure mode, or like the challenge mode, or whatever it's called. There's a ton to unlock. The characters are the best part of the game. But their powers themselves are not, as far as what I can tell, are not incredibly useful in the game, which I think they need to work on. They need to figure out a way to make that a little bit more useful and a little bit more fun.
It's hard to tell what exactly you're doing sometimes. I chose that box head guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, press the button for the special. I was like, what am I doing with this? I can't see what's happening on the screen.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to be doing with this?
So You're 100% right. So what I did was I looked in the description of what their powers are, and I was playing as one of them. I was playing as I forget which one it was, but her ability was, I think it was the wolf, the one with the wolf pelt on her head. I think that was the one. Her ability is, as she's running forward, she will like kind of plow and like knock things over. But it doesn't really change her speed or anything like that. But she goes into this kind of bulldoze mode. So she essentially can't be run over by cars or attacked by players because she'll like shoulder tackle them or whatever, block them out of the way. One of the other characters I was playing as was like I'm assuming she's some sort of Korean or Japanese whatever with the LED light over her head. I forget what you call riot something or whatever. But her voice sounds like she's doing like that K-pop thing, and she does like a lot of K-pop poses with like, like the Chun-Li thing or whatever. I don't know. It's just weird. Like like the jumping with the legs and the two peace signs up thing. I don't know. There's a lot of different shit going on in this game, but her car ability was really cool. Like when you get your special car, her car ability, like when you're about to hit the more you get hit, the more you'll give on your next hit. So like you want to kind of like goat people into hitting you, and then you'll kind of charge up, and then you can boom blast and like shoot dudes. And there's a ton of different game modes. There's like 3 or 4 game modes which keep things fresh. I just think they have a lot of work to do as far as balancing the characters, making them feel truly unique, and the level designs are boring as hell. They're all basically the same. They all look the same. They don't feel different at all. I think they need to fix that as well. But other than that, I think it has a really, really good foundation. But I think that's why it was on Plus. I think this was a borderline beta with a massive audience to kind of figure out where they're gonna go with the game.
I am going to set the over under for when they stop support to 18 months.
18 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that's low for a Sony IP. They don't usually.
That's what happened. That's what happened with Drawn to Death. Drawn to Death was like 9 months.
Yeah, but that wasn't a Sony IP. Sony's going to support this
Sony
thing.
published.
They just paid to publish that shit on fucking PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
That was who again? That was what's his name?
Fucking David Jaffe.
David Jaffe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard the game was decent though. Like
it was,
No,
but it came out.
The game was so bad.
Is
It
it
was
really?
just
Because I heard it
mediocre.
came out like
It
when
was-
like everything that was better came out. Wasn't that the issue?
I think it was just wonderfully generic when it came out.
Sure.
It also wanted to be edgy as shit.
Oh,
Edgy.
yeah.
Kind of wasn't. I did not like that
And of
game.
course, I've been playing Apex Legends. Got 2 dubs in a row.
Oh.
That was interesting. That was really interesting. But I'm having a blast. I need to get back
New
into
season's
it.
great.
New season is fantastic. This might be the best season since season 3. I think. Right?
Last season was very good too.
Last
So-
season wasn't like the new map was great, but I think outside of that, like the new map added a lot of issues to the game. To like, I don't want to say the word meta because I feel like that's a buzzword, but like it changed the strategy of the game, but
Sure.
only for that map. And now I feel like this map, the new Kings Canyon, makes it more similar to Olympus. So now it's the same style but on 2 maps, and I think that adds to the season a lot. That's a minute of Apex. Now, Andy, take it away into the indie news report.
Thank you. I like how that was how it went down. That was good.
Mhm.
Always do it that way. There's a game coming out that you should all wish list as soon as possible. It's called Definitely Not Fried Chicken.
Definitely not fried chicken. I saw this
Yeah.
one.
Oh, I saw this. I saw this.
This is
We're
great.
going to read what the game's about right now. Design and lay out your complete production line and establish. Oop, that's an advertisement. That totally fucked my shit up. Go away. Where was I? There it is. And establish distribution routes. Fortify your compound's defenses and make sure any overly enthusiastic customers can't break in. Research and develop better strains of narcotics like marijuana, cocaine, and methamphetamine. So it's a drug front game with a chicken shop. And I'm wondering, how is KFC not involved in this in any way?
It's going to be on the KFC bucket console.
On the KFC console?
Mm-hmm.
The KF console?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this looks really neat. I'm all about these like not your typical sim games. It's got that Breaking Bad thing going on, which I adore, so I can't ignore that. So this definitely belongs on your wish list. It's coming out this year on Steam, so
that should be a fun one.
That should be fun.
Yep. All right, it's now time to get into the Dual Screens report, and we have 6 juicy items to speak about this week. And we're gonna get one. We're gonna get one out of the way right away because I don't want to dwell on this one. Andy, what the hell's going on with Silent Hill?
You threw a curveball. You threw a curveball at me. Yeah. This is what you get. Because
I don't want you to be in pain for any longer. Get it over with. Rip the Band-Aid off.
This is what you get.
And let's move
saying
on.
Like that this shit bores you when I talk about Silent Hill, and then bam, we have news concerning it. Hot news.
Do we though?
Listen. Let me get into it.
Okay,
So there was an interview with a serious composer, Akira Yamaoka, on the YouTube channel Al Hub. I saw their channel, very small subscriber base. Not sure how they got him, but okay, cool. I'll give you credit. And they discussed, of course, the mediumBuild things. Now, they asked, hey, what's coming up next on the pipeline for you, Akira? And he said that his next project, he teased, is, quote unquote, the one you've been hoping to hear about.
Oh.
So, of course, everyone thought, shit, is he fucking teasing Silent Hill in some way, shape, or form? But that's not the story here, boys.
What's the story?
That's a part of the story.
Oh, my goodness.
The real story is that this was pulled down, this interview.
Oh.
Someone reached out to this YouTuber and said, hey, can you pull this shit down because it's getting a lot of traction on websites, and just kill it. Just get rid of it. We don't want it on your YouTube. Just squash it. Just nix it. So
really?
he yanked it down.
Why?
And everyone thought, shit, did Konami tell this guy to like pull this video because
the plot thickens?
He's maybe hinting Silent Hill in some way. But the third part is it was not Konami.
Oh, it was Kojima.
So someone else.
It was
that wasn't Konami.
Son.
Said remove this interview off of your YouTube channel.
Wow.
So
are they going to pay him for the lost ad revenue?
I don't know how that works.
Was it a cease and desist?
He won't name who it is. He was the actual.
Or is he bullshitting?
It could be.
Yeah,
I mean,
bullshitting.
Listen, if he's trying to do something like make some shit happen,
you can't bullshit a bullshitter.
He's trying to create a story where it's not one really there, but still. It's interesting nonetheless. Yes. Talk to me.
If you have a small subscriber base, but now other mediums are picking it up, the damage is done. Like you right there, you're gonna have wait to get new guests. You absolutely could fake getting C&D'd for sure.
Right. It's a good part. It's a good PR move. Like, someone shut me down. Please support my channel and other shit that I do.
Yeah.
So we're interviewing someone next week who's really huge and it's gonna get pulled down, guys. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Just a heads up.
We're very excited about this.
YouTube.com, Dual Screens TV.
So that's a nice little juicy rumor, but there's other rumors. Yes, one coming out of 343. Taylor, hit us up with this little bit of news.
There are actually 2 rumors coming out of 343, Steven.
Dun, dun, dun.
Rumor number 1, because of a new job posting, it is rumored that 343 is working on another project in tandem with Halo Infinite. There's obviously no details out there about it. It seems like it is a Halo project.
Was that one also already delayed?
Yes.
Okay.
Pre-delayed.
Indefinitely. Pre-delayed indefinitely.
Predictions. Mine ODST 2.
You think they're just going to be a Halo thing?
Really?
Yeah. The job posting makes it sound like it's going to be a Halo thing.
You know, I wish they would not do a Halo thing because they're not good at it. I'm just gonna say it.
I agree completely.
They're not so good at the Halo.
Halo 5 multiplayer was good. Buzz Killington would be pissed if I did not say that.
Sure.
Halo 5 multiplayer was good. Probably some of the best in the series.
We can give them that. But I'm saying, you know, overall, Halo for them hasn't clicked yet the way it should be. And when I were like, this is the third game now with them, Infinite. I hope it does well. It looked bad. Hopefully it looks better. Yeah, I think they should try something else besides Halo. It's a talented team. They can do good stuff if they maybe get out of that Halo box. So I'm hoping it's on Halo.
I mean, it says it on the bot. It says it on the.
It almost definitely is Halo.
I know. It's just me trying to will it.
They're looking for a producer,
not to be a Halo.
For a project in the Halo universe. What if it's like another one of those RTSs or something like that?
Oh yeah, like Halo Wars.
It could be.
Or
Halo Wars.
Maybe they go a completely different route and they'll do like an adventure game where they could really flesh out the universe.
You play as Cortana.
I don't know.
Nah.
And she just takes.
I just think that like don't make another. I don't know. I thought this next Halo was supposed to be like the long-lasting 10-year plan, you know? And I don't mean development. I mean actual after it comes out.
Support. Like
yeah.
With,
I thought that's what the idea was for this one. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I could have sworn the whole Infinite part of it was that it was going to be the.
I think that was their game plan, that they want to base it like a Destiny situation.
Yeah.
I don't think this is like a Destiny situation. No.
I don't know.
Infinite, you're saying, is not.
Yeah, Infinite. No, it's it's not. It's a core Halo game.
Okay.
But they're wanting it to have longer tail for the multiplayer. 10 years? I don't think so. But this is going to be like their foundation for the new generation.
Halo 5 is approaching a 10-year support for the online, right?
No.
I think that was out of necessity, though.
Other bit of rumors out of 343.
Yes.
They are teasing the Master Chief Collection coming to some new platforms.
Ooh. Let the rumor mill start to churn.
Such as?
The biggest one is Steam and possibly Epic. Or I'm sorry, Epic. It's already on Steam. I read that wrong.
Yes.
So yeah, the biggest one is the Epic Game Store, which kind of not really news, I guess, but it's good that they're sending it to other places as well.
Weird. It's just weird.
Yeah. So if you happen to not get this on Game Pass for PC or Steam or Xbox or wherever, you can get it on Epic Game Store for those of you that just love the Epic Game Store.
Master Chief Collection for Switch Pro confirmed, right, Buzz? All right. Moving on. EA sniffs and then buys Glue Mobile for $2.1 billion. That's right.
Cheese.
Glue Mobile, the makers of Diner Dash, Cooking Dash, Restaurant Dash, Gordon Ramsay, and Kim Kardashian Hollywood Dash. That is right. The EA has been making a push for the mobile space recently, and this is really going to add a lot of money, a lot of revenue, because I've heard that Kim Kardashian game makes like $20 million a month, something ridiculous.
Amounts of money, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It just prints money. So this one comes from Kotaku. There's not a lot of information here, but basically what I just told you, they bought him for 2.1 billion. That's with a B. Nothing accelerates the growth of a company's mobile business like acquiring an already massively successful mobile business. EA's acquisition of Glue Mobile, detailed in a stodgy official press release, is akin to Activision buying Candy Crush maker King back in 2015. EA gains ownership of a large portfolio of very lucrative mobile games, including various dashes, the Kardashian games, Deer Hunters are pretty cool, and Disney Sorcerer's Arena. Glue benefits by being owned by EA, which will probably be fine. Yeah. I don't know what that last line means. But yes, so this is pretty big for EA's bottom line. I mean, it's an upfront investment, but those games have to make way more than that in a couple of years, I would imagine.
I bet they make this back in like maybe a year and a half.
Yeah, it's
with the number of ridiculous like microtransaction-y mobile games they have in there.
Yeah, it's kind of insane to think how those games do, even those Dash games. They just print money. It's insane. Yep. Like there's such an easy barrier to entry. It's a low bar for people to get in to play those games, and it's so easy to just be like, yeah, I'll spend $1. Like if you get 30 million people spending $1 every week, like holy crap, you know? But good on them, man. I mean, that seems to be a really kind of under the radar acquisition that isn't really going to make a huge impact in gaming, but it's going to make a huge impact for EA, which you hope will mean that they could translate that cash into other areas I hope as a quote unquote hardcore gamer that they invest that money into their hardcore gaming scene as opposed to just reinvesting into mobile. But you know what? They like money. So our bet, it could be a safe bet that mobile is where they're going to go with that cash, but we'll see.
Speaking of EA, Steven,
yes, speaking of EA is right. Goodness gracious.
Our friends over there at BioWare have been working on this overhaul for Anthem for what seems like a decade, right? They put out that letter last year saying, hey, we understand you hate this. We're fixing everything. They're basically overhauling the entire game, the loot system, the end game, all of it. And then they went radio silent, like no updates, nothing for the last year plus. Apparently head honchos at EA are coming in this week. This is according to Jason Schreier.
Oh boy.
Coming in this week to evaluate Anthem next, and see if they are going to pump more money into it and funnel resources towards getting this thing put out, or kill support on the project completely and Anthem will be dead.
God.
So it sounds like Jason probably has some inside knowledge here. So
Yeah.
as soon as like a decision is made, I'm sure that news will get out. This isn't just going to disappear like a fart in the wind, like I'm assuming EA wants it to. But Anthem may finally be dead.
Now, does anyone care if it were to die? That's my follow-up question.
I do. I do.
You would care.
I do not.
I do.
You would care.
I've never played it. I've never watched more than 5 minutes of a streamer play it.
Sure.
I don't care about the game at all. What I care about is the precedent being set.
And that precedent is?
That precedent being give a studio the green light to make a game, then hamper their development for like a year and a half, then force them to put the game out in 18 months after that, and then tell them, no, don't worry. We're gonna give you the time to fix it. Go ahead and do what you got to do. Don't worry, we're EA. We're a bajillion-dollar company. They just spent $2.1 billion to buy a mobile game company.
We got the cash.
Okay? And then you're going to cancel it?
I mean, cancel is a strong word.
Here's the thing.
The game still came out in a way.
Yeah.
It was garbage.
Here's the thing, Steve. Because, yes, EA didn't help things in the development.
No, it was all there. It was the studio that fucked that up. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is EA has the muscle to make good on the promises that they were making, that the studio and EA were both hand in hand making to the consumers, and they fell flat on that promise. And then they promised we will fix it, and to now say that they're not going to fix it, they're not going to allow those fixes to happen, I feel like is like the third slap in the face to the people who supported the game.
Yeah, that's one thing, but the story says it's going to be looked over.
Yeah, so it should.
What if it's like we've given you money and time to fix this and you haven't? It's time to stop and move on from this. It's clearly we can't salvage this thing anymore.
That's when studio heads get fired. That's when
Sure.
production managers get fired.
Won't
That's
happen.
when
I mean,
all the
Casey
leads get
Hudson's
fired.
already gone, bro.
Ain't
You
gonna
just
happen.
that's when you just go, okay, you guys can't make games. You're done. You're out. Good luck.
Mhm.
Shutter the doors and then say, hey, folks, the game's not coming out because the studio sucks. Not because we pulled the plug on the game. It's because this game is trash garbage. And we don't want to
Now
give it
here's
to you.
Dragon
in-
Age 4.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah. And Dragon Age 4, we don't trust them. So guess what?
Yeah.
That's canceled now too.
But guys, remember Mass Effect? Remember those old Mass Effect games that you like? Not the most recent one. Forget about that one. But the old ones.
Yeah.
But not the most recent old one. But the other two. You guys remember those?
1 and 2, yeah.
The
Yeah.
OG, as
Yeah.
it were.
Yeah.
The ones
Those
that
are
were
coming back
good.
out.
The
Yeah.
ones that were good.
I mean, 3 is part of that, right?
Sure.
I think 3 is kind of considered on the weaker end of the
Mhm.
original trilogy.
I mean,
A
3
lot of
had the
people
best
really love
combat.
1 and 2.
3 had the best combat, but everything else kind of was poo-poo.
Sure.
But it's fine.
It's fine.
It is
Yeah.
what it is. What it is.
It's
I mean,
fine.
that might
to
that
see.
that whole remake thing or remaster, whatever the fuck they're calling it, might actually get me to play those games because I tried with the first one and was bored to tears. The second one I actually really liked, but I stopped for some reason and never went back to it, and that was 2 consoles ago. So
Mhm.
I don't understand that franchise at all. I can't.
it's Knights of the Old Republic, but different.
Sure. I just don't understand the love. I don't get the cult
Shut up,
behind
Andy.
it.
I think it's because of the
I think
alien
those games
sex.
are great. I like.
I think
those
it's because of the alien sex.
Oh, is it? Is it the alien sex?
I think it's the alien sex because like Garrus,
Got it.
people want like the alien
Ah.
Garrus like cockroach penis,
Right,
but they also want
right.
the what's her name, Liara, like green lady
Yeah.
or blue lady.
Sure,
She's blue lady, right? Blue lady, like
blue-looking Shrek
tentacle
thing, whatever the hell she
vaginas.
is.
Like it's just weird.
Sure.
It's a weird.
Oh, is that what
Whoa,
she
whoa,
has?
whoa,
She
I
has-
assume she's got like something.
Right,
like,
right.
That's what I assume
So
is
anyway,
happening down there. I mean, she's
Speaking
got
of
it on her
things-
head.
Speaking of things that
Finally
may
might be
come
dead.
back, that may come back from the dead.
Damn it!
You almost had it. You almost had it.
Damn it!
E3 is coming back this year. Probably, maybe. So I think we were promised last year when E3 went away that they were going to take a step back and reimagine what it would look like in a post-COVID world. While every single other convention went digital with like 2 months notice. In any case.
Yeah,
In any case.
yeah.
And new ones popped up out of nowhere with very little lead time. But again,
IGN like ran E3 this last
Right.
year on 2 months notice.
So aside from the fact that the ESA is saying that they can confirm, is the exact same. We can confirm that we are transforming the E3 experience for 2021 and will soon share exact details on how we're bringing the global video game community together, blah, 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 blah. Fine, great, excited. Can we get in is my first question. Hopefully we can, if it's an online thing.
Right.
And 2, this is the more serious question. We've seen companies like Sony and Microsoft adapt when E3 went away. They did their own thing with massive audiences and huge amount of views. Do they want to go back into E3 after going solo
Nope.
last year?
Nope. I don't think they're going
I
to do
think-
that. Go ahead, Taylor.
I was just gonna say, I think everyone has realized how easy digital distribution
Mhm.
is at this
Yep.
point. And they don't need the ESA for that. They
Mhm.
just fucking don't. So why would they pay the ESA anything when IGN would like drool over themselves to get an exclusive to air that to 50,000 people live? You know what I mean? Like,
Here's what's going to happen. Okay.
Right.
This
tell me
year,
about it, tell me about it.
everyone's
Talk
gonna
to me.
everyone's gonna do their own thing again. E3's gonna struggle and get
Yes.
along and be like,
Say
oh,
it.
don't worry, we got
Say it.
Mario Rabbids 2. Like they're gonna whatever, they're gonna announce some stuff. It's gonna be fine. But
Right.
when vaccines are widespread, the disease that has been ravaging this world subsides and isn't as awful. When all of that happens, mark my words on 2/9/2021 at 9:54 p.m. Eastern time. Mark my words. All of them will be
Marking them
back.
down.
all of them will be back for the first back in-person E3 as a celebration
Oh, okay.
of the first E3 back from all of this bullshit.
I can see that. I see that being a thing.
As a true way, and maybe they don't do it after that, but I feel like once the floodgates are truly open, where we're like, okay, we don't have to do this anymore, it's gonna be wild. Like they're gonna be so many celebrations and just amazing. Like PAX, I think, is gonna be better than it ever has been. It's probably gonna be more spread out. Like they have a lot of room they don't use in PAX. I can imagine them making more room.
Let's keep it open. Don't crowd that floor too much. I can't.
And hand sanitizer everywhere. Like keep people safe. I'm still gonna wear a mask unless I'm interviewing. Like, for those things, just because it's just healthier to do that. At this point. But I have a feeling that like as a way to like come together as a gaming community, I think E3 is a perfect celebration for summer 2022 to say, here it is, we're back. Let's do this kind of thing.
You know what I want to happen, Stephen? I hope E3 goes back to that one really odd year it had in like, I think the late 90s or maybe even later than that, where you had hotel bookings for individual developers.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine being in a hotel room? It's like you and Phil Spencer talking about Halo Infinite. That level of intimacy.
That would be really cool.
I would love that vision.
But that would just mean that people like us would be shut out instantly. Like it wouldn't even be. It would be like, do you have 10 million people clicking your website a day? Then no, you're not coming.
Every 5 seconds.
It'll be the same 12 outlets and maybe 15 influencers will get into E3.
But of course, as you know, E3 worst kept secret. All those influencers are there the week prior, playing all that shit already on the floor before the actual event starts. And they have all their shit written out, and it just goes right when that event launches. It's an amazing thing, isn't it?
It is.
How it works.
It is amazing.
It works.
It truly is.
But maybe this year we'll get in. If there's an online version, that'd be nice. Imagine PAX Online and us going to that, but E3 talking to like AAA devs.
That would be dope.
In a Discord chat.
That would be dope.
That's a cool. Yeah. That's a cool vision.
Speaking of PAX East and friends of the show, tinyBuild has acquired 3 studios, Andy. 3 studios. This comes today.
Acquisitions
today
lately.
From GamesIndustry.biz.
Holy hell.
Developers behind Totally Reliable Delivery Service, Black Skylands, and Cartel Tycoon are now owned by tinyBuild. So they have added 3 new additions. They are Where 5 Gams, Hungry Couch, and Moon Moose, known for Totally Reliable Delivery. I just mentioned that. No figures were discussed, so we don't know what they purchased it for. But Where 5 has physics-based online multiplayer hit Totally Reliable Delivery Service, which I've heard of, and I think I might have played at a PAX. Feel like I have. And that's supposedly coming out on April 1st this year. What else we got? Hungry Couch is already working with tinyBuild on upcoming open world RPG Black Skylands, which I have been getting press releases for the better part of a year with updates on that game. Game looks pretty cool. Moon Moose is a studio staffed by 5 people currently working on management sim Cartel Tycoon, which will release in early 2021. So we should be coming up on that soon. So this now means that tinyBuild has, let's see, Guts and Glory, developer Hackjack Studios. They have Holograph, which developed Party Hard 2. Party Hard's pretty good too. And Hello Neighbor, which was required the Hello Neighbor development team. So this is pretty cool. They're building a nice little portfolio there. You don't really see indie publishers buying and acquiring developers very often. They usually get in these short-term contracts to like publishing deals, and then like the game designer just kind of sticks with them. As we've seen with our most recent, our interview that we did that's going to be up in a couple of weeks. But yeah, this is going to be pretty. I think this is going to be pretty cool for tinyBuild to build a nice little portfolio here. What are your guys' thoughts?
I love that company so much. They make such great games. What was that one game we played at PAX last year? The ramen and the dudes.
Raw Men.
Raw Men.
You really
Andy,
couldn't
I
get
don't
you
want-
you couldn't figure that out when
I
you said
couldn't.
ramen.
I couldn't. I was like, I know there's a pun involved in there, but
That was the pun.
So,
It
yeah,
was
the
ramen.
pun.
That sounds like a game that Andy would love.
It's
Andy
really
does
funny.
love it.
It's a funny game. You didn't hear about this one? Look up Raw Men. Don't put it in your Google machine. Go directly to Steam.
I was
no,
gonna say
go
that
to
feels
our-
dangerous.
Go to our YouTube.
Oh, you can go to our
And
YouTube
see- and see the interview.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you can look at that interview. You're basically a chef in your underwear with spatulas that sling meatballs, and it's like a shooter. It's like Splatoon, and it's a lot of fun.
Okay. You're flinging meat?
Yeah,
It's all
you're
about the
slinging
fun.
meat at each other, meatballs.
But on a more serious take,
Yeah,
listen, if it allows these guys more resources to make better games, more fun games, tinyBuild has had no major controversy that I'm aware of. They're pretty like wholesome as a publisher. They have a great lineup. They curate a lot of good shit, and they're in good hands because those guys give a fuck about games.
Can I read you the dumb joke on the doc?
yes.
Sure.
Steve writes, tinyBuild buys 3 studios, -mediumBuild.
I love it. I love it.
So stupid.
Oh,
No,
it's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. And
It's
you
so
know
good.
it, and you know it.
It's the goodest.
And then there was EA sniffs, then buys glue. Are they high? Like that was perfect.
So dumb.
That was perfect.
Come on. All right, Andy, take us into the hype zone if you got something.
Oh, I do. I had something, and my mind had a fart, and I forgot about it. But then it came back to me a little bit today, and I'm glad it came back because it's a doozy.
Okay.
It's about Mass Effect, the Legendary Edition.
Oh,
Apparently,
Oh yes, I've heard.
this you know exactly where I'm going to go with this, Steven.
Yes, I do.
They are going to remove some of the butt shots in the game. Yes.
Now, did you hear the clarification of what's actually being removed from the game?
I just saw butt shots being removed, and my ears perked up.
The
The
only
butt
butt
was
shot,
involved.
the only butt shot that is being removed from the game is a butt shot of one of the characters who, during that butt shot, is discussing the death of their sister. And they said, we don't think it's appropriate to show her butt when she's grieving for her sister. So they changed the camera angle for that one particular scene.
You know, I find it this is
fair,
like
fair.
I get it. I totally get it. But like, do you think they would have noticed? Yeah, it's a butt. They would have noticed. People would have noticed.
Well, I mean, why is it that that's the thing that in that interview, and I forget who did the interview, I forget where it came from, but the interview said, hey, are there any changes to the game? Yes, we took out the butt that you get in one of these scenes.
In this one shot.
What? Like, why would the dev or whoever was being interviewed, I honestly, I don't know who was interviewed. Why would that be the thing that is mentioned? I digress. Let's get into... Go ahead.
Again, no, I was gonna say like
I'm moving on from this shit.
It just makes me wonder, like when they made the game initially, someone thought, you know what this funeral scene needs?
I mean, it's not a
ass shot.
funeral. It's just she's
Whatever.
remembering the
Whatever.
death of a character or sister or something
Whatever.
like that. And it's like down
Well,
here,
this
and she's
needs-
kind of like doing
it
something while
needs-
she's talking. It's like,
It needs a
okay, there's her butt.
big old slice of cake in this scene right now. Let's get it in there.
Let's do it. Bam, 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 bam. I'm sorry, your
It's-
sister is dead.
Alien sex.
It's morning cake.
Morning cake.
Morning cake.
Got it.
All right, so let's get into the Facebook question of the week. And with the Super Bowl having just happened, and it was one of the lower rated Super Bowls of all time, I asked, what video game do you associate with Super Bowl Sunday? Now, I know that question sounds obvious, and some people gave the obvious answer, like Buzz Killington, who put Madden. The reason why I ask this is because whenever I think of the Super Bowl, I think of Resident Evil 2. because the first time I ever played Resident Evil 2 was when I was at a Super Bowl party, of which I could give zero fucks about the Super Bowl at that time. They had a PlayStation and they had Resident Evil 2. And I remember sitting there and playing it for the very first time that evening. So that's why it comes up to my mind. Miss Envy says, anything that isn't football, and then Matt Murray says, Mega Man X. When I was a kid, we would go over to my uncle's house and watch the Super Bowl, but I never cared about sports really and would always hang out in my cousin's room playing Super Nintendo, specifically Mega Man X. Pesci says, I think that's how you say that name, Pesci, right? Daniel. Madden NFL or GTA 3. Mr. Locke says Splatoon 2. Leonce Locke says Splatoon 2. Joe Priestley says Madden. I hope were you wearing your Ugg boots with your vanilla chai latte? You basic biatch.
Vanilla chai lattes are delicious. Shut your fucking mouth.
Pumpkin spice latte. Tricky Mick says, surprised no one said Tecmo Bowl. I don't think I've ever played Tecmo Bowl on the Super Bowl. Corey says, any game that's not Madden. There you go. That's what we're looking for. And Mark says Madden 25. I remember simulating the Broncos Seahawks game with a friend of mine. So that's a specific reason for thinking of a specific Madden game because of something that happened during the Super Bowl. So I thought that was a cool question. Let's kick it to the chat. Do we have anything in the mailbag this week there, Handsomes?
I don't see anything.
Nothing in the mailbag? No long thought out question from Mikey Kirsch?
Maybe next week. Yeah, he's a busy guy. You know how it is.
Let's see. Let's check it in with the chat. Let's scroll. Somebody used channel points. I don't know what for. Let's see. Breaking news for Andy. This is a news story to cover.
Breaking news.
The NES and SNES February 2021 game update.
Oh boy.
Doomsday Warrior is being added.
What the fuck is Doomsday Warrior?
Good question.
Andy says.
Psycho Dream. These are Super NES games. And Prehistoric Man.
I have no idea what these even are.
And then NES is getting Fire and Ice.
That's a good game. I actually love that game. I own that game. It's a puzzle game. You have to like make snow and melt it, and you like go across platforms, and it's all cutesy and whatnot. You're a little wizard guy. That's fine. How hard is it to add an Earthbound? It's a serious question. I don't understand. You own that shit. Just put it on there. What's the problem? Where's the disconnect, Nintendo? I don't understand.
Nobody knows.
Don't understand. Sigh.
What else we got here?
Less sigh.
Erengard is particularly upset that we reduced Mass Effect to alien sex. Any thoughts?
Agree.
Nah, that's fine. I'll allow that.
Okay.
Is my mic not working, by the way?
No, your mic is working fine.
Okay. Everyone in chat was saying I was muted. I'm sorry.
It sounded like you were in a laundry machine for 2 seconds. But now you're fine.
You're everything's fine. I got nothing going on my end here.
Cool.
I heard
I'm also upset about that, by the way.
About the alien sex?
Yeah.
I didn't reduce it to alien sex. I'm just saying.
No, you did.
No. The question was, the question what Andy Rose brought to the table was, I don't know, I don't understand what the hype is. And I said, well, you understand what the hype is for KOTOR, for Jade Empire. It's that.
Sure.
But a different IP, and there's alien sex. I feel like alien sex, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You don't have to make that noise.
Are you
I
sure?
feel like he just wants to make that noise. That's what this is all about. He just wants an excuse to make creepy tentacle vagina noises on camera. That's
it's definitely what's down there. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like why? If her head is shaped that way with the weird fingers on her head, you know what I'm talking about. The fingers.
Maybe you shouldn't censor butts and just show us what she looks like down there. I'm curious.
I'm sure there's deviant art somewhere. I'm sure there's deviant art somewhere.
I'm curious.
What if it's like a pencil sharpener, like we all thought of as kids? Like I got a pencil, you got a pencil sharpener. Kids are stupid.
Does it like grind your dick down?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Is that how we do circumcision? I didn't
do any sex in that game. I did 0 sex in that game. I had no relationship with anybody that I cared about.
That's why you don't like the game.
No, I never said I don't like the game. I never said I don't like the game.
I thought the whole point is to bang people in that game.
No, it's intergalactic heroism.
I thought it was all about fucking.
No, it's a space opera.
It seems like a huge focal point for the team.
It's 30% about fucking.
Listen, when I get like a PR speak about I can bang this many people as a dude and bang dudes as a dude, it's like, all right, a lot of focus on that. So I feel like it's about fucking.
I mean, I had somebody die in a ship that blew up or something like that. That was sad. Sure. I like Garrus. Garrus is really cool. I think the game might be 20 years old at this point.
See, that's why
it's
why
like 15 years old.
Isn't that why you should be fucking them? Because they might die on you. Isn't that also a thing you should be doing? They might go.
I was femshep, though.
Okay.
Does that matter?
Okay? So if you play as femshep and you romance a dude in the game, does it make you a homo? I'm just curious. How would you?
I think you're the only one qualified to answer that question.
Yeah, I don't feel like I can answer that question.
Let me think now.
If you are femshep,
well, no, it's you.
No, but I'm asking you. I'm asking you as a gay man. If you're a femshep,
but I wouldn't pick the femshep. I picked the dude shep because
I know. But if you did, I see.
You see what I'm
saying?
You
specifically
Andy,
chose.
I'm asking you then, Andy, if I pick femshep and I have sex with a dude, what is your opinion?
It means you're a little bit bi-curious at the very least.
Okay.
Yeah, you at least want to know what it looks like from the other perspective.
Right.
Sure. I just call that a power bottom.
Something, no, it's not what that is at all.
Moving on.
No, just to put a little bow on this. At some point, you said to yourself as you were playing the game as femshep, like, I want to romance that big burly bear of a man over there. Something stirred within you. Maybe you're just latent. It's a possibility,
Yep.
And we're all bi. That's how I see the world anyway.
This is going on. But anyway, to make a short story long, I will play the remastered games. I will play them and I'll play them through, and I will get, well, who knows when I'll play them through, but you know what I mean. I'm going to give it the old college try, and I'm going to do the thing.
Steve's going to beat Mass Effect.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Hype Family Hype member of the week is our friend Bio. Because Bio is a good dude. Bio plays games with us all the time on twitch.tv/Bio, and that's BEEOOOH. Yes, it's one of the worst names on Twitch. Just hands down, one of the worst names on Twitch. But we love Bio. So what we want you to do, Bio is trying to get affiliate status. All you has to do is go over there to his Twitch channel. He's got the followers. You just got to go there and give him the views. Let him get affiliate status. And then when he finally does, go over there and shower him with some love, because he's one of the more positive people, one of the sweetest people, one of the more respectful people, and he's ridiculous at first-person shooters. Like nauseatingly good at Call of Duty. And I guess Destiny too, but I don't know. But just stupid good. So if you want to see some really good first-person shooter gameplay, and you want to watch somebody and help them grow as a streamer, we love Bio, and of course it's Bio. We love Bio, and he's trying to get affiliate. Okay,
nice.
That is going to bring us to the end of the show. I hope you enjoyed yourselves, because I enjoyed myself. And you guys enjoyed yourselves, right, Andy and Taylor?
I enjoyed all of myself.
Yes.
Good.
All of myself.
All of myself were thoroughly enjoyed.
Wonderful.
hour and a half of my
Beautiful.
life. It's been
God bless
great.
America. It's a beautiful country.
It's been
If you'd like to
fantastic.
follow us on social media, we are at dual_screens on Twitter, at NDS Podcast on Instagram. I am at Batchild27. Andy is at Pants Guy, and Taylor is at It's Purger. You could follow our Facebook group. Give us a like up there on the thumbs up and a follow, whatever, on facebook.com/groups/DS podcasts. And again, if you're watching this on YouTube later, go over to Twitch and be a part of the show live on twitch.tv/dual screens streams. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, hit the sub button. We are getting dangerously close to 500 subs on there.
So
Dangerously close. It's coming.
Dangerously
happening.
close.
It's happening, folks. Everybody keeps asking, how do you guys not have more subs? And we're like, you know what
It's
I'm
a
saying?
great question.
Stop asking that question. We know.
Just share it then. If you want us to have more subs, share it. Share it away. Anyway, yes, you could also follow me on Twitch. I am twitch.tv/Batchild, and Taylor is twitch.tv/It'sPurger. So you can follow our escapades over there if you'd like. We want to thank all of our contributors, which we haven't thanked in a little while. We have Bradley Parsons of Train Sound Studio, easy for me to say,
There it is.
for our theme song. Thank you, Matt Murray, for our overlay and logos, and thank you, Andrew Douglas, for our cartoon art. And again, if you want to support us on Patreon, it's patreon.com/NDS podcast. Taylor, is there anything you want to hype for this week for you over there on twitch.tv/It'sPurger?
I'm trying to get my first Warzone win. Playing with our friend Hellsman Gaming on Thursday. So come on by.
Sweet nectar. Andre Hess. What do we got?
sweet
What do we got on
nectar.
deck?
Oh my God, you guys, the interview for this Friday. You are not ready. You are not ready for this very adult conversation we had.
Oh my.
It is
Oh no.
It is so wild, yet so mature
Oh.
and adult
Wow.
and nuanced.
Two grown adults
And
talking about sexy things.
Yeah, that's it. It was very funny and very good, and look forward to that on Friday because it's gonna blow your mind.
Excellent.
I guarantee it.
And your penis.
It's
that
gonna
too.
blow something.
Gonna blow all the things.
Thank you,
Blow.
Andy. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you, chat. Thank you, listeners. Thank you, everybody else. This has been Dual Screens Crossplay Podcast. And as always, please be excellent to each other.